Good morning, hello, and welcome to you today. Thank you for inviting me to join your networking meeting in Ghana, which has the theme Catalyzing Diversity in Science, and which is in celebration of the International Day of Women's and Girls in Science, which was held earlier this month on February the 11th. So my name is Professor Mary Garson, and I live and work in Brisbane in Australia. This year, I have the very great honour to become the Vice President, indeed the President-elect, of the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, Iupac's, and I am the third woman in the 104 history of Iupac's to hold this prestigious international leadership role. It's going to be quite a challenge and one that I'm very much looking forward to. So, what is the Global Women's Breakfast about? In 2011, Iupac's celebrated the life and achievements of Marie Curie, Nobel laureate in the International Year of Chemistry. I contributed to those celebrations by creating a global networking breakfast event for women chemists. Women from more than 40 countries joined in. I was gobsmacked. The network was relaunched as the Global Women's Breakfast in 2019 as part of the International Year of the Periodic Table. Now I am the co-convener along with my very dear friend, Dr. Laura McConnell from the United States. So each year we choose a date in February to organise the event to celebrate, connect and empower women scientists and their male allies worldwide, to have a conversation about breaking barriers in science, and so to build a better, fairer and more inclusive scientific world. Since 2019, there have been over 1,500 events in 100 different countries joining in. And thank you in particular for choosing today as the launch of your Women in Chemistry network. That is so exciting, and please do let us know how we can continue to work with you and to support you as we go into the future. So what is the issue about? In many countries, women make up about 50% of the undergraduate university science population. In some countries, the numbers of women taking STEM subjects in high schools or universities is actually lower than that. And generally, our society remains STEM illiterate. Recent reports in my own country suggest that the overall numbers of students taking science subjects at high school are dropping. That trend definitely needs to be reversed. After university study in my country of Australia, the number of women in the science and technology workforce is only 28%. That's quite a considerable drop from the 50% of women who are taking science subjects at universities. So all of these figures are against a backdrop of science being important for our future global economy and sustainability. We only have to think about the pressing needs for clean water, for quality food production, for food security, for cheap and safe medicines, as well, of course, as green fuel and energy and regular access to energy and fuel, to understand the need for well-trained, creative and responsible scientists. Modern day science is all about collaboration, that is teamwork. There have been many studies which report on issues surrounding diversity in team situations. And a really important conclusion from them is that the more diverse a team, the more creative and the more productive that team is, and the more that it will contribute. Teams that lack diversity tend to generate unimaginative solutions and ideas that lack novelty. So not only do we need to increase the numbers of students taking science, we need to strengthen the participation of women in STEM on grounds of equal opportunity, that is gender equality, and what we can only describe as fairness. And this is going to lead to better scientific outcomes. There's to better outcomes for all of society. Actions need to be taken. We need to get the setting right for women scientists, particularly those such as many of you in the audience today, in early career stages. We need to share the key message that science opens the door to career paths that are both challenging and also personally rewarding, and which are a benefit to society. We need to fill skills gaps and to shape our centres of research and technology and our industries with the most able and talented individuals, and to make the best use of the scientists, indeed the chemists of the future. That is, people exactly like you. So do go out and search out for those wonderful opportunities, follow your interests, cultivate your skill set, and identify those opportunities that suit you. I've very much enjoyed this opportunity to have this brief interaction with you today, even though I've not been, of course, not been able to be present in person at the meeting. I wish you all the very best for your discussions, and in particular for your Women in Chemistry, and for Dr. Marian, who is the champion for your activities there in Ghana. Thank you again for the invitation to speak to you today, and all the best. Enjoy your breakfast. Goodbye for now.